I want to get 670 miles done by the end of the calendar year, of which 370 will be pedestrian and 300 will be vehicle. To do that, although we want to be respectful of the environment, we cannot afford to get enmeshed in the kinds of litigation that have traditionally caused projects to take decades to complete. By way of comparison, the 11 miles of fence that were built in San Diego took 14 years. That's basically a mile a year. At that rate, if we were going to cover what we need to cover at the border, it would be 7 centuries. We do not have that long to wait. So, although, we've done a lot of environmental analysis already on most of the border, and we will complete an environmental workup on the pieces that we haven't done that yet. We needed to be able to clear the way to make sure we can contract out with respect to the remaining miles we have to do. Now, as I said, we've got about 360 to do this year. We've actually waived 470 miles because we may wind up going back and retrofitting some of the existing miles to change them from vehicle to pedestrian. So that means we have to waive for that as well. And we also want to give ourselves some flexibility. If we do make some modifications at the end to put a fence, move it from one place to another, we want to make sure we're covered under the waiver. So this is probably a little broader than what we'll actually build this year, but of course anything that's left over can be carried into next year as well. And the bottom line is we have actually built more fence in the last year and a half than has ever been built in the history of the country. And we're much further along in security on the southwest border than we ever have been in the past. But it requires that we continue to move forward in a disciplined way. And we've done a lot of consultation. We were able to reach an agreement with Hidalgo County so that we could build a combined levee and barrier that would serve our purposes and theirs. That's great. Happy to consult. But consultation doesn't mean endless consultation, and it doesn't mean veto. Because if we do endless consultation or veto, it never gets done. So to me, we are demonstrating the willpower. We're open-minded, but we're demonstrating the willpower to get the job done as we promised to do. And I think that's important, not only because it enables us to achieve what we need to achieve over the next few years at the border, but it also tells the American people that we will not simply abandon the enterprise when the television cameras turn off, which is often the case with government, going years back, where everybody gets excited about something, then attention drifts, and all of a sudden the initial energy level is, degraded, and all the people who object for a host of reasons, stop the project. We're not going to let that happen.